Get ready for the timeless musical, A Secret Garden. It's billed as a show that brings to life the magic of a hidden garden and hope it inspires. The show runs tomorrow through May 11th in Grosse Pointe Woods. Two people are with me today. We have Doug Clark and Ben Henry. You guys play brothers in this play. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us,
Thank you very much, Kira.
Okay, so I have heard high praises about both of your vocal experiences and this play as a whole. So for people who don't know, can you explain what it is?
Sure. The Secret Garden is based on the book by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and it's about a young girl who undergoes some pretty severe tragedies in her life. All of her family in colonial India dies of cholera. And so she is sent to the moors of England to be with her recluse of an uncle. And she learns about this other part of her life that she didn't really know, this family. And it's, I kind of think it's kind of like Inside Out, right? It's a show where all the things happen on the inside, right?
Okay.
Lots of feelings about this young girl who sometimes the circumstances are a little out of her control, and she has to kind of grapple with those things and deal with loss and hope all at the same time and try and make her way through this difficult period.
Absolutely.
And I know you guys play brothers. What drew you to your characters?
I have always loved this show. It's got some of the most beautiful music that you'll ever hear on stage. And the brother relationship on stage is very strong. It allows us to deal with the love that we have underneath, but also the conflict that arises as a result of love and how that interacts between the two of them. It's just a show that I have always had a passion for, and luckily for myself, my wife Jenny, she also loves the show, and she's in it with me. First time in about 13 years that we've done a production together. So
oh my goodness, that is so sweet.
it makes it all that much sweeter.
And I love how you describe the show as it's for the singers that maybe don't dance.
Yep.
So this is like a vocal performance, a vocal powerhouse.
Absolutely.
Would you also consider it a drama?
Yeah, this is very much a drama. There's some light moments of comedy, but you know, I sort of described it as Inside Out, but more just sort of how like everything is kind of, the drama's a little more folded in. It's very British, you know.
Very British.
Yeah. But you get a real sense of the depth of the characters, and it focuses on their relationships and on the idea of growth and recovery, right? Because there's no person who goes through life without experiencing some serious tragedy. And our director, Michael, has directed this show before.
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
I actually got to do the production with him at that time as a different character, a younger character. And he did it when it first was released to be done in community theater, before really he had experienced any loss in his own life. Now 30 years later, and he's actually experienced grief, and it allows him to present this show in a way that is much more meaningful, not only for the members of the cast, but I think for the audience. They're going to see a very mature approach to grieving and the hope that can come out the other side if you allow it to.
I love it. Now, you said your wife is in the play, Doug.
Yes, she
Do you
is.
guys have a duet? What's her
Nope,
role?
actually, she is a member of the Dreamer Ensemble,
Okay.
and she has a number of other roles that she's in it, but it was just one of those opportunities that we couldn't pass up.
The big duet in the show is between the two of us.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's one of the more well-known men's duets in all of musical theater. It's called Lily's Eyes, and it's about Archie's deceased wife. And we learn in that song that I also was in love with her, but never got to express that love. So there is this strange conflict in my character of duty to my brother, but also this sense of loss that I have to kind of suppress because he doesn't know how I felt about her.
And we have been teasing this duet. I want to hear it right now. I told you guys I wasn't going to put you on spot, but if you want a little sneak peek, you can find that on your social media pages, right?
Absolutely.
Yep,
We
and
have
through Grosse Pointe Theater.
through Grosse Pointe
Okay.
Theater, there's a promotional video that actually has that as an underpinning.
That'll really reel them in. So
Absolutely.
again, Doug, Ben, thank you guys so much for being here. And remember, The Secret Garden opens tomorrow and runs through May 11th.
tonight.
Tonight. Opens tonight, the 2nd.
Even better. Okay, and it's running through May 11th. The Grosse Pointe Theater is performing the show at Parcel Show Auditorium in Grosse Pointe Woods. And you can get your tickets online at gpt.org.